Born here, but I feel like a tool. Middle finger to the world when they come for me. Just give me excuse to be who I wanna be. Niggas is some on the beat, scared to tell the truth. And middle finger up to the council coaches too. Middle finger to the world when they come for me. Just give me excuse to be who I wanna be. Niggas is some on the beat, scared to tell the truth. And middle finger up to the council coaches too. Middle finger to the world.
Welcome to episode number 64 of Me and My Big Mouth Podcast. I am him, he, the host Tuck, and as always, I have a great show for you. Saving masculine and feminine energy. On today's show, we will be talking about saving both masculine and feminine energy because it wants to be saved. It needs to be saved. It has to be saved. And the rescue team is here. So hopefully on this episode, we can soften the hearts of women and strengthen the minds of men. But before I get into, there is something I must do, and that's allow my panel a chance to introduce themselves. So to my right.
I'm Jessica. You can follow me on Instagram at _Jess_Michelle_.
What would Nino do on all platforms?
What's going on? I'm Raheem Cousin. You can find me at Raheem Cousin Speaks on Instagram.
I'm Jess, and you can find me on Instagram as Jenna Juicy.
Saving masculine and feminine energy. Let's start with the men. Why is it so hard for men to maintain their masculine energy?
Because they didn't have their daddies or they didn't have no male figure when they was growing up. So, like, you see a lot of these dudes right now, they walking around with bonnets.
That's true.
Grown ass men walking around with bonnets and flip flops. And it's like, yo, who raised you?
They mama.
Who?
They mama. Say it again. Say it loud. Say it loud.
Their mama.
What man gonna walk around with a damn bonnet on his head?
So dad's not being there is like one of the reasons that they struggle to maintain masculinity.
That's the main reason. I mean, we could go into a bunch of reasons. We could go into what they see on social media, what they see on TV.
That's where I was going with that.
The feminization of men, but that's the main. So, step one, you pull the daddy out, like they said. Step two, then you make them dependent on the mama. Then step three, you make them watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
I really make him go to school. That's another thing.
And then you make them go to school, and then you got the counselors and therapists that saying, hey, it's okay to be soft.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. And now you got these dudes walking around with bonnets. You got these YNs walking around with purses with guns in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. That purse stuff is still weird. I don't care what nobody
You got a gun in your purse, like Della Reese.
Let me tell y'all, the reason that men struggle with maintaining masculinity is because men are adapting to women. And that's not the design. Her femininity is supposed to complement your masculinity. And once you let feminine energy lead, the whole house suffers. She becomes less feminine. You become less masculine. She becomes harder. You become softer. She starts to lose respect and you start to lose love. See, masculinity gets a bad rap, but masculinity provides protection. Mm-hmm. And that's the ultimate. Like when a man is like operating his masculine energy, he knows that in his family, he's the first that gets sacrificed.
Yeah.
And that's the ultimate sign of love. When you think that, thank Jesus. Because he died for our sins. And one thing that they said in the Bible is, husbands, love your wife like Christ loved the church. So why would anybody demonize masculinity? Why are we,
It's bad to say, go back with him. A lot of these, especially in our community, a lot of these kids were raised around their mom. So a lot of time you'll see a guy that kind of act kind of feminine, and he not even gay. He just know how to replicate the actions that he's seen in his mom with her.
Those mannerisms.
Yeah, so it's,
But you know what's crazy? The feminist movement is they're less anti-masculine. They're more anti-feminine. Like they won't.
Oh,
You get what I'm saying? Like they're more. They don't know that. Like women tend to want the same respect men have for each other. We will never respect you on that level.
Yeah.
We're not designed to respect you on that level. We look at women as like delicate.
but
So our respect is how we handle you. But we look at men as, okay, this could go bad if disrespect is.
yeah.
So we're going to keep that respect level as in, I ain't going to disrespect you. You ain't going to disrespect me.
because she
Right.
get
But
physical.
women want men to respect them like we respect men.
But
Never.
guess what
I
though?
think-
I'm sorry. We can't take them serious.
That's
I'm just
there you go. There you go.
we can't take the female masculinity. Look, you can't get these on your hands. Okay? Even if you do pull-ups, you're gonna put on gloves. You can't get these calluses on your
Right.
hands.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think too, the reason why you have a lot of women that want to be seen as equal as men is because you have a lot of women now that are head of the household. They are taking care of the household. They are providing for the household. When you talk about men operating in their masculine energy, you have a lot of men that they won't even get up and work, but their
No.
woman will get up and she will, work,
Yeah.
and so that's why you have women that they feel like they want the same amount of respect because you have women doing what a lot of men should be doing. But on the flip side, as women, we have to hold ourselves accountable because we don't require men to do things. We sit up there and allow them to lay around, not work, not pay bills, not do the things and provide in a way that men should provide. We allow ourselves to do it. So
Who fault is that?
No.
Sometimes.
Go ahead. What you say?
Who fault is that sometimes? I feel like a lot of women blame guys for not being this and not being that when it comes to like having kids with a guy that's not living up to what they feel is a respectable man. Bro, you slept with this dude. You know this. You know he ain't have a car. You know he ain't have a house. You still laid down with this man and had a kid. And now you want to blame him for being who he was when you met him.
yeah, in reality, it's the woman's fault. That's part as women, we have to hold ourselves accountable. And a lot of women accept those things is because, they don't have self-esteem. They don't have confidence, and so, or some women, they just don't want to be by themselves and they'll accept whatever just to say they got somebody.
But the thing about women in this feminist movement, you got poor identity on what masculinity is. You attach masculinity to anything a man does bad. Anytime a nigga ain't operating out of love, that ain't masculine energy. To sit down and let your woman hold you down, that's not connected to masculine energy. To put hands on your woman because you feel in a certain way, that's not connected to masculinity.
No.
But somehow they always take the bad traits and attach it to that's toxic masculinity. No, it ain't. That's a man that's out of control. That's what the fuck that is.
Right.
But it seems like it's like, why is it that masculinity is one of the things about why masculinity is like iffy and why men struggle to maintain it is because some men don't know what love is. They really don't. So when they see their woman crying, they think coming to the rescue is love. That ain't masculine energy.
Don't cry around me.
That's female energy. Love don't always feel good.
Nah.
If I said we can't do this, we can't do this regardless of how you pout. Nobody in here wants to whoop your child's ass.
No.
You whoop your child's ass because this might
It's
save
needed.
his life. This
Right.
might save her life.
Right.
This is a guide. Love ain't always a good feeling.
No.
And I think a lot, like I'm talking about men that are in relationships and they love the person, But because that person is upset, they feel the need to fix that person and her attitude.
Right.
No.
He's like, no, you need to hear this.
Yeah.
I don't care how you feel about it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was talking to a guy in the shop. I was like, bro, and I was telling him something I was feeling. I was like, bro, I'm not holding on to this because I'm the one with the problem now. But I'm trying to save your feelings, so I'm holding all of this in.
Yes.
When, hey, I'm gonna release this. I'm gonna give this to you, and you do with it what you may. But I'm not about to feel like this. I'm gonna voice my opinion, and we can do whatever. Like I don't
Like
care.
one of the biggest tricks of the trade is like they misuse this term all the time. It ain't what you said, it's how you say it. Now sometimes that could be true if it's disrespect in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But if it's just truth in it and you don't like to hear it,
Hey,
I can't compromise my masculinity.
This me.
no, I gotta be direct.
Right.
Right. This
I gotta be direct.
is what being a man is.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, me and my wife was talking about being petty. I was like, bro, that ain't in me. In my life, I can't be petty because I have to be real with myself. I can't go around you and not really like you. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I feel like women can do that, or they can pretend with the people they work with. I can't do that. I'm a 100% of the time the same at all times. I can't be fake.
One of the things that, like, when it comes to me maintaining masculine energy, one of the things, it's just not just in relationships, just in day-to-day living, day-to-day dealing with people, is I haven't mastered the art of not responding.
Got this.
That's not masculine energy.
That comes with age.
That's feminine energy.
That's funny.
And I'm sitting there like,
I gotta say
I got you. Ain't no way you can get that off.
me out of there.
That shit ain't true.
I gotta say something.
But-
I guess I gotta work on that because I was about to let your
That ain't yo. Masculine energy is a respond to a crisis, to a need, not to make my ego feel better.
Mhm.
That's emotions,
I'm saying something.
huh?
I'm saying something. I ain't never about to nah. I'm saying something.
That ain't masculine.
Don't keep us down.
You got to
I
say
was
what
about
you got
to
to
say
say and
something.
then just be done with it.
Yeah.
Nah, it don't work that way with me. That's why I'm telling you my struggle.
Hey,
Because even if I felt like,
Well, okay. So with me, I can have a debate without having an argument. So I know
Yeah.
how to use my words. I know how to convey my
Yeah.
words to get my message across without pissing you off.
nah, I'm step on some buttons.
I don't have to do
You have a
that.
little petty in
I-
it, though.
that ain't masculine energy.
It ain't gonna say it ain't.
I used to
No,
be like that.
no,
That don't
people,
get
no,
nowhere.
men are talking about it. Yeah, I'm petty. The word itself don't even sound masculine.
Yeah, I'm not a petty person. But I'm gonna tell you some shit to make you remember.
That's called petty, nigga.
That's a petty. You may not be a petty person.
Hurt.
I'm not.
You know that.
I ain't doing shit. To what you call it. I'm telling you the truth. I can tell you all the shit I ever did. I'm telling
hate-
you.
Now that I'm aware of some of my shortcomings, I hate when I'm letting emotions rule me because I'm winning a pointless argument.
Yeah.
This person has no connection to my life,
I got
but
it.
I got to beat you.
That shit.
And then after I beat you, I feel good. What the fuck feeling is that? I
That's
don't even know that person.
like that ego crazy. That ego crazy. It got its own little person over there. That ego shit.
We're gonna talk about the ego shit because we're gonna compare who got the biggest ego.
Oh, you already know who got the biggest ego.
Lord.
Biggest ego. Who got the biggest ego? Come on now.
Ain't no men got the biggest ego. Ain't nowhere in the hell.
Nah, it ain't even close, bro. Y'all got the ego shit. Like, it's just so much that goes into being with a woman. Like, you gotta change. I ain't gonna say you change your personality, but you gotta change so much to fit into the box of one that, hey, you gotta be a provider, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you can't be a cheater. You gotta, hey, bro, God, I gotta change my whole way of being now to be with you. But who got the ego? All we do the same thing from top to bottom. We whether we with you or by ourselves, we're gonna do the same thing. If I come home at 6, sit on the couch, play the game, I'm about to do that.
You know
Men
how
still had a bigger ego because as women, you can't you got to appeal to a man's ego. So if you say certain things, it can hurt his ego. It can
Like
make him
what?
fragile. So you have to appeal to.
Hold on,
you have
now,
to
hold
appeal
up
to
now.
his ego.
If you
No,
want to
They
talk
have
about
a big
ego and what you say, because you can't. Me and my wife we completely open. So one of my things is always, hey, you can't get but so big before I got to say something. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know I can't come off the hook. Bang, you're getting fat. I can't say that to my wife. But who ego am I trying to protect? I'm trying to protect your ego.
No, you're not protecting her ego. You're just protecting her feelings.
But it's the same.
No,
They go
two
hand in
different-
hand.
Two different
You're not
things.
protecting a man's ego, and you're not catering to a man's ego. You should be celebrating your man. When he comes, like you got to celebrate him. When you come into a house where you're celebrated, a man can face the world,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and a woman needs to be loved on.
Yeah, for sure.
And she can provide a peaceful atmosphere. But ego, I don't even know if that's
Oh, ego
masculine
aside.
anyway. But women are so egotistical that if they cheat on you, they'll blame you.
Man, you ain't do something
What
right.
the fuck?
100%. They ain't gonna never just say, I just want some dick. They'll never. They'll never say that.
Men be like, "Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's another ego trip. They don't say sorry.
They gonna give you another excuse. They gonna give you something else to think about. You're like, bro, we ain't even talking about that.
How does sorry come with a butt?
What would Nino do?
You know that butt on the way out there.
Huh?
That butt on the way.
I really hate that I likes to respond. Like I've learned, I've gotten better at it. Cause sometimes it's like when you ain't emotionally invested in it and you seeing it, I don't like to do it to where I'm starting to like hurt somebody.
Yeah, I ain't doing it that much, but
That's when I back off. When I realize, okay, this ain't.
I done beat this person. I remember I was arguing with one of my exes a long time ago. I mess around and look back at those messages, and I'm like, she's really trying to quit this argument, but I just kept on going. I couldn't stop. It's just like, you pissed me off. I told you when you text me that first, I said, hey, I don't think you want to do this right now. Leave it alone. I literally was like, yo, just leave it alone, bro. We can talk about this another time. This ain't what you really want to do.
And going
Petty,
to
a
the
little bit petty. That sales sound a little petty.
I'm different now. I'm different.
see, you got to take some of that grandpa like. I said what I said.
All right.
That-
No,
I've learned that.
No, I'll definitely-
Da.
I'll
Boom.
do that. I ain't about to argue with you about nothing. Like, stop.
When I get that, I want to be able to say, and just leave it at that. Let you talk.
But how
all
much
day
can
long.
you do that?
Huh?
bro? Like, but it depends on
I'm in
the
Drake.
Situation.
I'm in
Sometimes,
Drayton.
Yeah, it depends on the situation.
I'm
It
still
depends on the
shadowing,
situation.
matter of fact.
It depends on the situation.
Some
It got to
stuff
be the
might need a
situation.
response.
Huh?
You
I
got to
said
say
some
something.
stuff might need a response.
Yeah. Oh, you say what you got to say, and then
Yeah.
you're done with it.
That's right.
This
I
is,
said what I said.
and you know what's crazy? This is not egotistical, but it's worth saying. Maintaining your masculine energy as a man is very vital in a relationship because you have the most important role. I know people like to say that certain things are equal. No, we won't design that way. You have the most important role because when a man is not operating in his masculinity, generation of children suffer.
Yeah.
And that's the point that you do. Because if a father ain't there, the kids suffer.
Absolutely.
The daughters suffer in their dating life.
Mm-hmm.
The men suffer in how to even deal with a woman. They got statistics that says like how well single parent father do versus single parent
Oh,
mother.
yeah. It's wow. Those stats crazy.
Mhm.
It ain't even close.
And how many of the percentage of the women that have kids in prison or in the system, it's crazy too. But it doesn't happen when men in charge or single.
Well, what is it about men that like these type of men that want to duck the responsibility of masculinity? Like because women push femininity and they want to be respected And then a man that's not living in his masculine energy, he'll slide into this 50-50. We don't have a leader. They'll have a leaderless household. Because they'll push it. That means I don't have to operate at 100% capacity because she wants some of my responsibility.
So I'm step over there with her.
Huh?
I'm gonna step over there with her. I can't do nothing with that. You got to know who in charge.
Just for example,
Everywhere else, everybody got somebody in charge.
For example, we had somebody knock on the door. Right? I wasn't here. I was at the gym. He came in, and he didn't come in. Better not came in. But he was at the door knocking.
Yeah.
He was talking to my wife about what services they provide for the house, like insect sprays and this.
I can't stand them dudes.
She said, "No, this is a living nigga. Damn, let the man. This is how."
No, I just hate it.
You just hate
I don't
it.
like
Yeah.
saying people come in my door.
It's just like, bro, come on, man. I said no.
Door-to-door
I already
service.
said no, bro.
And my woman said something that I was she said, "I can't make that decision. You gotta wait till my husband get home."
Oh, get out. Go ahead.
When I got home, he
was-
came back.
Oh my God.
I took-
like them dudes.
No, she told him to wait till my husband get back.
But he
came back.
waited.
No, he came back later. Like I think he was doing the whole subdivision.
Yeah, he was like, man, we're doing over Brother
Yeah,
James over
yeah. So he came back. You know that he offered me a way lower price than he offered her.
Oh, crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, significantly low.
Oh, that's wild.
Where hers was $200 and mine was like $69.
That's crazy. He was gonna
I was
double
like,
that
get
shit.
out. Just over that, get out.
I didn't know that until after. Like after I told him no.
Right.
I didn't know that till this is like, he offered me such and such. And that lets you know
They taking advantage.
The
that
disrespect.
if you don't have a man in the household, you are vulnerable women.
Right.
Vulnerable to other men. Stop letting men duck their responsibility. Let the nigga actually, if you operate, you taking on his responsibility, who gonna do the rest of yours?
Right.
I mean, that don't also have to come. Like, I'm not saying like oh yeah, single households, but sometimes if you had a father in your life, you kind of got that already. Cause I won't let no salesperson play with me. No day. Like I'm just saying, like, and that didn't take like necessarily like
Look,
me having a man. I still learned that from
I
home.
promise you, if you take your car to a mechanic and you might know everything about it. I might not know shit. But when he pull up, oh, it's a woman, I can get
Yeah.
her.
I mean, he already come in with that intention. I already know
Yes.
that, but I had a dad and I know better.
Yeah, but no.
That's you.
I'm not.
That's,
That's
what,
you.
that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it doesn't necessarily just have to come from the man in the house. Sometimes if you had that at home already,
Yeah.
like if you grew up like that, you get that.
Yeah, but our community is suffering with high statistics when it comes to single parent households. So that's why I said when men, and you proved the point again with me, like when men, you have the most important role just for that factor. Like your dad like the way he equipped you, they can't play with you like they would play with the average woman.
Right.
And you're not letting him operate in his space, which is crazy because you want authority. It's being like, once again, men are not operating in their masculinity because women do feel like they need to be this way because they don't feel like their voice are being heard. Some men beat their chest. That ain't masculine energy. This is my house. I'm the man. I rule this.
Right.
The fact that you're not listening to your helpmeet shows your lack of your ignorance. If God designed her to help you, how is her voice not heard with you? But what happens is women date those type of guys, and then when they come here, submissive become bad.
Yeah, like come on.
Do you know how to get the best out of your man? Is when you operate in your femininity.
Right.
Give that nigga a problem to solve. Say some shit like, yeah, I know we budgeting. Hey, babe, I know we budgeting. You know he said, we ain't buying shit. All you gotta do is tell him, hey, babe, I know we budgeting. Well, whenever we get right, can I get this? that nigga ain't gonna be to sleep that night.
You're like, well,
That nigga go in there and look on the books.
yeah, we can figure it.
Yeah, we can get that.
We can do something.
Give your man a problem to solve, but you can't overdo it now. But give your man a real problem to solve.
Right.
That's why men don't really work well when y'all constantly nag. That's when y'all really need your girlfriend because y'all constantly complaining about shit that don't matter.
Right.
But I also think that, you know, women, you can't, if you, as a man, if you got your woman in survival mode, how can you expect her to operate in her 100% feminine energy? She can't because she's in survival mode. Or if you're the type of man and you're not being supportive with her, and things of that nature, how can you expect her to operate in her feminine energy? You know, women have.
Go ahead.
You know, women, you know, we have to feel protected. You know, we have to feel like we have some sort of grounding, stability. You know, in order for us to operate in that full feminine energy.
You're absolutely right. And everything that you said, if a man see you in survival mode, a man see you handling everything, that is a man that don't love you.
Sure.
Niggas know how to project love because we can operate with your emotions.
Mm.
We know how to cater because of your ego.
Right.
Men get pussy off women ego all the time. That's why we say the things that we only say. Some men don't even say shit they believe. They just know you believe it.
Right.
Like even when I see women complain about their man, I'm like, that nigga right. What the fuck? You
don't.
But niggas that won't, man, I would never do you like that. He don't respect you. He don't respect you, queen.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't even doing all that.
I would.
What he doing?
What? He told you couldn't buy this right now.
Right.
Oh, nigga trying
But
to
y'all
control
trying to
you.
look. But y'all trying to buy a house. It's like, come on, man. He got the better plan, clearly.
Yeah. But that's how it happens. Like ducking responsibility. When you are operating your masculine energy, you are your woman's. You supposed to be damn near your woman's everything.
Right.
It's kind of crazy. It's a big responsibility. That's why I say you have the most important role. But you are her teacher, her guide, her protector, and you have to be her father at times. Women don't even like to hear that shit. But it is true. You have to be a woman's father at times. Sometimes a mother, she has to be your mother at times.
This sounds like I need me a younger woman.
Okay, Shannon. I mean, what would you need a younger woman?
Well, I'm curious.
Cause women my age, you can't tell them nothing.
Oh, okay.
You can't tell no woman that, honestly.
The younger ones,
most of them,
you could probably.
But that's a good tool. Like,
Well, then
that's a good dating tool.
I need a foreign woman.
Yeah. That's easy too. But if you like, well, a foreign woman ain't gonna understand you.
What you mean?
Like anybody, like you're American black man. The person that gonna know you the best is an American black woman. Ain't no foreign woman gonna get your struggle. Ain't foreign woman gonna understand the pressures of living in America as a black man. No better than the black woman.
But they know how to cater.
They know how to cater.
Because she probably in survival mode.
Yeah.
I got to stay. Goddamn.
You can go back over there,
exactly.
or you can stay here.
Like, you know what? I'll take the struggles of a black man in America.
Right.
But that's when you mold and cultivate them to survive.
Why wouldn't that be the first
For
question?
real.
Why wouldn't that be the first question you ask a woman on a date?
What?
Will you allow me to pour into you?
She gonna say yes.
Because a woman that's by herself, and women are submissive creatures by nature, they are easily influenced. So it's a lot of things that you have to deprogram and then reprogram. Like but you have to have a listening ear. You got to understand like what is in, because you can't just take everything. A lot of stuff is good. It's just some of the stuff they hold on to. You got to figure out how to get rid of that.
50-50.
Like a lot of women don't even know how to let a man lead sometimes.
And it goes back to everything at the not too long ago that was said. you have a lot of households, they don't have a father in the household.
Right.
And then they don't see the role that a man takes on. And then also,
That's good.
you know, as women, sometimes girls, they grow up seeing their mother taking care of everything. So it's independent. So if you have young girls growing up in a household with a single mother who's independent and doing everything, and then the son doesn't have a father and he sees the woman do everything, he doesn't know the role that a man plays. When they become adults, how can you expect any of them to know, you know, how to submit to a man? How can you expect a man to know the role that he should play in the household?
And see, that's crazy, because if you're a woman that's really reflecting on who you are and you have kids, why would you then say, I'm the mama and the father?
Yeah, I think that's ignorant.
If you have male influences,
Right.
shouldn't you give some of that to somebody, like especially like your uncle,
Somebody.
your big brother,
She know
other than you trying to be both?
She know they ain't shit either.
Because she mad. Because she mad.
And
They
then
got
not only
their
that,
whole
people
family
family
and shit.
dynamics. I mean,
Yeah.
we continue on within, you know, within the Black community, just our family dynamic is just, everybody is so strained from each other. It's just such a big disconnect that it goes beyond the mother and the father, you know, the grandparents, the aunties, the uncles, the whole, it's just disconnected and broken down.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't have that community. You don't have that support, like maybe how it was when a lot of us was growing up, or when our, you know, parents was growing
People
up.
used to have cookouts, family reunions. Don't none of that stuff go down no more. You don't even know half your damn cousins. You know what I'm saying? Especially after certain generations, it's like nobody does anything together as a family. I will say, like my wife's family, they do stuff together the way you're supposed to. Sunday dinner, just everybody coming to the house, just chilling, kind of doing nothing. They might eat dinner together, but it's just like we're literally just to get together to be together, not because somebody died or some odd reason.
This is not operating masculinity at all. These new men out here that's worried about how well a woman have her stuff together. You are actually looking at a woman's salary, where she work, and you a fucking man. Are you serious? Like Dr. Miles Monroe said, man, God has never given a man a finished product. Like he said that God gives you give you a tree. Man make a table, man make chairs, man make planes. He gives you stuff and man create. And now that he gives you a woman, you want her to already be ready.
Go,
It is your job to get her to her highest level.
They want a woman to be ready so that the woman can then in return help build and make them.
That shit is in reverse.
No, that's why. That's why.
Like I need a you need a boss bitch for what?
Because he want to
Like,
be a baddie.
Niggas are taking on the traits of women. Right. Their way of their qualifications that you got to have to get to them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like women now.
And you know what's bad about that? Like when you go to like the next level of thinking, intimidating women are being left out because these men are scared of intimidating women.
Right.
They don't know how to deal with the energy of a woman that can appear to be intimidated. They are scared of the challenge. So they run away. Oh no.
That shit is crazy. We gonna get on y'all ass. We ain't finished now. We gonna get on these men.
It's because that woman is probably making his insecurities come to the surface.
Yeah. Which I mean, it's
these are men that drive me crazy. They drive me crazy sometimes because they mean well, but you got the game all fucked up. Men with female talking points.
Like what?
That shit,
elaborate.
That shit bothers me. Men say that, well, women ain't got a lot of good men to choose from.
What?
Oh no, that's true.
How would you know?
Yo,
How many niggas you dated?
Yo,
The only information you're getting, only information you're getting. Wait a minute.
No,
only information he's getting is from a woman.
No, listen.
Who you hear stories from?
Let me tell you, damn it. So I do hear the stories from women, but I know some dudes, and I'm like, nigga, I was not raised like you. Like, you're horrible. Like, bruh, you got a lot of kids. Wait. I'm cooking right
How
now.
you as a man can say, nigga, the pickings is slim out here?
Yo, listen.
You ain't never dated a man.
Listen, let's do the numbers.
How would you know?
Let's do the numbers.
You don't have the information.
Pull it up. That's why you got the laptop.
No.
Oh, now he don't.
I don't know because I got my stuff here. You know why? But no, you don't know. You're getting secondhand information and you're just running with it.
I do research.
Are you a good man?
Yes, I am.
How many women don't notice that you are?
I don't know. That's for them. Like, I say what I say. I present what I am. Everything I say, I do.
And if you're a good man, shouldn't they be able to spot it?
I don't know. You need to ask them that. Don't ask me.
No. Yeah. Because the conversation get deflated when you're not saying, "Oh no, it's you. You're a bad picker." But you're such a bad picker that you always pick bad. Now you put it out there, the niggas ain't shit.
Right.
And then men that have the same talk. Yeah, it ain't got a lot to choose from out here. How would you know?
Yo, I be hearing dudes.
You hear women say that shit.
Yo, I be hearing dudes say the wildest shit. I'm like, yo, like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, that's how you moving? Like, I ain't fucking with y'all. Y'all can't even be around me. Like, I can't even rock with y'all. Like, there's a certain kind of man that I gotta be around.
Go in the club and they're still saying broke niggas don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right.
That's a good song.
Them fucked up women. Them fucked up women.
Right.
It's just a good song.
Who goes to clubs anymore?
Oh my God, he really struggling. He trying to change the goddamn
No.
topic. They want to have that. Who goes to the club, people?
Well, I mean, I don't go to clubs.
I think it is, good men out here, but I think, just my personal opinion, I think they're more of like a project. They have a lot of potential.
Listen closely, Floyd.
But
I'm not in that category.
They have a lot of potential.
This
but
is why you pick fucked up. She's showing you her bad picking. Go ahead. Let's talk about these projects that you're picking.
What I'm saying is not a project in the sense that, they don't have good character about themselves, but more in a project where maybe like they might have a plan. They might know what they want, but they need somebody to kind of help, support that and kind of help tell them, hey, let's do here, let's do that. You have a lot of women now, they want a man that already got everything together. Like, like 100%, like everything. They're making this amount of money. They're this. So I think that's why you may have some men that are good men. They tend to be overlooked because you might have to put a little, a little work behind it, but you have to, again, have that discernment to know, if they truly, are a good man, because there's some men that's projects and they're not good. They don't have good characters and etc.
It's you getting good man versus a good person. A good person has good character and everything else. A good man operates with his works.
Yeah.
He also have that characteristics, but he also have to show and prove. Like if you subscribe to the Bible, like I am, Adam had an assignment before he had Eve. That means he had work to do. Mm-hmm. So and that's in finding your purpose. So he might be a good person, but he doing a shitty job as a man if he ain't found his purpose. Right. Trust me, I've been that man. I thought the purpose in life was working, sleeping around, and I realized none of that shit fulfilled me.
Yeah.
When you start operating in your space, you know how you see good people that just can't get it right?
Yeah.
They're good people.
Right.
Shitty woman, shitty man. And because they have this ain't gonna last but so long until, all right, nigga, you got to show improve.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
of
you can't.
course.
I got to see show improve just as much as I got to see good person.
Right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of niggas can be good living at their mama house.
Right.
Again, that's where that discernment comes in. If you're utilizing that discernment, then you're gonna know if they're really making that progress and they're showing and improving. If you're putting some energy towards them, then if they're making progress and accomplishing things, then okay. Because again, it goes back to the family dynamic. You don't have men that know how to, play the role as a man, and women vice versa. And so with that being said, now we're in a society where you kind of got to help each other kind of along the way. Nobody is coming perfect. I mean, that's just
And that's
unfortunately how it is.
And that's the thing again, because I always go back. Like if we follow this word of God thing, we'll do much better.
sure
Because
will.
it says that a man that finds a wife finds a good thing,
Finds
not
a
a
good thing.
woman that finds a husband.
Right.
See, he has to find you. You don't go finding him. Taking on a project is now you have put the responsibility on you.
Right.
You're operating as a husband should.
But I think why a lot of women pick these projects because they know if they meet the guy that they say they desire, they'll have to have their shit together too.
So was y'all perfect?
No.
When y'all
No.
when y'all got with y'all wives perfect. Everything
No, we
in
can
order.
Nobody.
we
no-
can
Let's
work
kill
on
this
stuff.
notion right now. Nobody is ever 100%.
Yeah.
Nobody comes in operating at never in life. You're gonna die not operating
So
at 100%.
they work with y'all, right? Just like you work with
But
them.
it depends on these projects that we're talking
Right.
about.
Right.
It's all something that we all may need to work on, but it may be just some character stuff. Like when my wife met me, she might be like, "Oh, he does this like this. I can change that," but not a project to where she feel like she need to help me find a job and fix my credit. You know what I'm saying?
They should have
that
certain
type of
things
stuff,
you should
but-
have.
But what you're saying is, and this is what I'm gonna say to y'all, women, your job is to help your man become the best version he can, not the version that you have for him.
Right.
So when he don't meet your standards of what he should be, you are frustrated and disappointed.
Right.
So what you need to do is actually love what you see and help build what you see up. See, if you don't love what you see, then you do see a project. Molding and creating somebody is your version of him.
Right.
But if you love who he is, then you can uplift. That's when you make him better. And I think that be the mistake, because women, to be honest, you're nurturers by nature.
Right.
You want to
Yeah.
help. So when you see somebody that's a good person, shitty man, you really want to be there. Like, damn, I can really, but you're not shaping him into who he is. You shaping him into who you want him to be.
I think with also, if you don't know how to handle your emotions, then don't take on no project. If
Right.
you don't know how to take your emotions out of it and you want to be a helping person, get your feelings out of it. Because other than that, them shit's going to get hurt. Then you're going to be
Hurt
mad
like
about it.
Mad as
Once,
hell.
like, the project don't go how you want it. Like,
Well,
you got to, what?
No, go ahead. Finish.
No, that's.
Oh.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, if women don't know how to regulate their emotions, like if they get these projects, they're trying to fix this man up. Then you got your feelings involved, and you're attached to this, and then he don't become what you want. Then it's like, oh my God, like the world is falling down. It's like, okay, you got with somebody that was trash anyway. Like, I ain't gonna say trash, but
Well, yeah.
potential, like whatever, like unfinished business. And then they getting their feelings about it.
Well, how many women really know how to build a man up to the best version of himself? Like, how many women really know how to do that?
Right. You might
You-
just be a stepping stone.
I'm about to say you don't really need
There's
to.
some women out here.
It
Trust me, I'm
is
getting better
some
by the
women
day.
that can, but at the same time, like what we were saying about before, you fall in love with who you like who you like, and then if you see what you want to go ahead and help make better, then that's what you do to help make better. You take what you got and make it better, upgrade it. Don't change it. Like you're not building it. You're just helping enhance it.
But you know that. But how many other women know that?
But can you help a project? Because the project is in your head.
Yes, you can.
No. You can't help a project. It's your project in your head. That's idea of what it is.
Yeah.
They're not helping. They're creating.
That's different.
If you see a man as a project of who?
I never saw it that way. So when you say project, I'm thinking of the man and woman have hold on. The man and woman have a conversation. The man is like, I need you to help me get here.
Yeah.
It's not a project. That's support.
Yeah.
It's still a project because
it's support.
A project is something that's work in progress.
No.
Yes.
A project is something that is a task that you created.
You're talking about a secret agenda that's in the woman's head.
Think about it. How many women have said, you're a project. We're going to work on it.
That's in her head. That is her secret agenda.
Yeah, you better not
How you have a project that both of us got to be working on?
You got a project.
I don't know about.
You got a project, then you got a Build-A-Bear. A Build-A-Bear is what you go in, you build the person to be the idea that you have them to be in their mind. A project is somebody that they have the plan, but they need some support. They may not have all the tools. It's a work in progress. We all are work in progress.
I agree that we're work in progress, but I'm talking about the way women view projects.
Okay, I know now.
Women see projects. You can't have a project and I don't even know the fucking task.
Now I know what we're talking about. Yeah, I get it now.
And then also too, the man with the plan, as a man, all right, I get to support him.
Here she goes.
But how come? I'm saying if you're a man with a plan and you're a man and you're operating as a man, hey, what you doing? Why ain't this plan coming into?
You might need help.
Well, what if it is? What if it is?
What if
this plan coming together?
Okay, so what if it is, and what if he tells you like, look, this is my plan, brother. You could ride with me or not, but I'm still gonna get there. So
okay, that's it right there. Yeah. Then that's something y'all
are really confused about
support.
It is not my plan. It is our plan.
Right.
So for you to look and say, "Damn, nigga, when your shit coming through?"
Well, that so
it's crazy.
He's supposed to be helping me get there.
So
it's our plan. Who does this plan benefit?
Well, wait. So this is how it works.
But I'm saying, like, they was talking about, like, as a person, like a man with a plan of becoming a better man, like a project.
Okay. Any man that has a plan, right? And if he's on his journey to his plan, and if he tells this woman, look, this is my journey, this is my goal, like I have everything mapped out. When it's them, then that's when it becomes their plan. Now, that's when he has to alter his plan a little bit because it's not just him. So that's their plan. And then that's when they get to that promised land together.
And he's not a project.
No, he's not a project.
That is well,
that sounds like support.
That's it. That's it.
Project.
Project.
We are the third party.
Women said, look, this is how you know. And this ego tied into it. A motherfucker has a history of cheating. A woman sleep with him, get with him, and say, "What? I can change you."
Shit.
Yeah. That's the.
He did when he cheated on her.
You big dummy.
How the fuck you do me like this?
You better.
You better say, how the fuck you do me like all the other bitches you do?
Yeah.
My ego told me I was special.
You're not.
But because he meets some of the criteria, like he might be handsome, he might be doing his thing, that he might have money. That still don't make him a good man. Yeah. He can be a shitty man too.
Good person.
Because, like I said, both have to be. You have to have good qualities and you have to have work behind you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unless you're a child or an infant.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But it got to be a balance. Because I can have all the works. But if I ain't got this, I'm still a shitty man.
Right. With everything.
Huh?
I said with everything.
Now this is gonna be crazy. This is all for you single women out there. And trust me, I am operating out of love.
Side turn.
Operating out of love. You got to hear me now.
He's going viral.
I don't know about this. It is not my job to protect all women. It is only my job to protect my woman. You single women that say you don't need a man and then something happens and you're looking for men to step up, get you a man, sweetheart. Get you some protection behind all that mouth you got. No wonder you're getting off the ground. And you want me to help you? I got a wife and children to get back to. Now, I call the police if you need me to.
That's it.
Bitch, you is not my women, you are not my responsibility. Apologize for bitch. I got a little carried away. But you are not my responsibility. And hero men have died trying to go and protect something and leave behind what you should have been protecting.
What if you yell out like, hey, come on now, stop that.
That's it. That's as far as I go. I'm going to call the police.
Don't do that.
I'm like, hey,
Mind your business and calm
hey,
down.
bro, you won. She down.
Think about it.
I'm going to holler at you. Yo, like
I think they're calling the police. I think they're calling the police.
You might want to get out of here, bro.
Now imagine your woman in tears because you didn't sacrifice, not for her, for some stranger that she'll never meet. Your woman don't deserve, that's disrespectful. Mind your motherfucking business, man. Right. And if you don't need a man, don't be looking for one to help you. Get you some protection.
Get you some protection.
Right.
I mean, not to just flip it just because you talk about women to flip it on men. That go for men too. When they sit here and look for women to be a certain way towards them, and you're not my man. I don't have to be that way for you. I don't have to be
absolutely.
I'm not submissive to you. Like they really be sitting there looking like,
oh, we this dumbass submissive test. You just repeated it.
I did. I'm telling you.
All you niggas out there that believe that submissive test makes sense, let her run a provider test. Here, this a bill, nigga. Can you take care of that on our first 2 dates?
Absolutely not.
No, hell no. But she supposed to get up and run her the door with your ass.
Yeah, it makes sense, man.
Them double standards, motherfucking men. We gotta stop this shit. We gotta stop this shit. Them double standards. But I understand, like, something happening, like, all these motherfucking men around here. Should have got you one. Should have got you one.
Shut up.
You ain't got protection out here, man. It's a rough world out here.
You should have went. You should have went in the store, got on the line, paid for your shit, and got in your car.
Right.
You know what's even harsher? This for you mama boys. Your mama is no longer your responsibility when you get a wife.
That's right.
Y'all niggas got it fucked all the way up.
Yeah.
You supposed to cling to your wife and become one flesh. Your mama don't trump your wife. Mm-hmm. Your mama can't, if your wife don't want your mama just to pop over your house,
oh hell no.
Oh, man, you got to take your ass home. Ain't no sense in arguing with your wife. She's first.
That's right.
These niggas got it fucked up. I guess the other ones got, I don't know. I'm just talking about the mamas, but I don't know if women really do that. Because women will ghost their whole family for they niggas. They ghost their friends and all that.
We through with them, baby.
We'll fall out with everybody behind our man.
You know what the most sexiest shit that when I see women take pride in is when a group of women say, yo, we need to go. I need to ask my husband first.
Right.
I'll be like, that's a winner right there.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
That's a fucking winner.
Right.
You ever do that? You ever do that?
What, say I need to ask my man first?
No.
I don't know.
No.
Honestly, I don't really know. I don't know.
If you know, you know. Now, come on.
I mean,
you thinking too hard.
I really am. I'm trying. Like, if that makes sense to me.
That's a no.
All right, I'm going to head to the women more, but like I left out this for the man. Men, stay away from women that uses your manhood against you. Meaning, like, a rudely woman will see a man and get physical with him, all because she thinks that he believes he should never hit a woman.
You better leave that shit over there. Nah, I ain't about to hit no woman. But at the same time, it's like, hey, don't provoke me to the point to where
You gotta defend
I
yourself.
gotta prove that.
But
I
the
could be,
only reason they do that is
'Cause
because
they know
they
you won't.
hoping you stay like you supposed to be. Instead of checking their reckless ass, they're banking on the fact that you're good at being a man. That you're holding a standard of man. When
Right.
she cannot hold her standard as a woman.
right.
Ooh.
She can step into a physical realm with a man because she's hoping you be the man you are. And the minute you hit her back, you like, what man would hit a woman?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's them reindeer games.
It operates in another space too. I've heard stories. Well, I know stories. I don't want to just say it. But women will take the bill money and go shopping.
They I know. Wow. We
All because
Oh, you got to go.
he ain't gonna let that get cut off.
Mm.
Stay away from them
Yes.
motherfuckers, yo.
that's
Ooh,
crazy.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
She don't
conniving a little dirty.
She don't
motherfucker.
care.
She don't give a fuck. What he gonna do? He gonna let this house go in? We got kids in here.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy. If somebody did that, that's
Savage.
Oh,
That's
they
all
out
right,
there.
man.
That's
They
all
out
right.
there.
You hate
That's
that
all right.
man.
They out there.
right.
And you
He
better
taking
run.
advantage.
You
All
better
right,
run.
all right. Back to that's when we on y'all women. We got to do it.
Mm.
We need a woman to stay feminine at all times.
Mhm.
That is your superpower.
Yeah, for sure.
It is, but don't have us in survival mode at all times.
Because y'all don't know how to get out of that. Yeah, no, okay.
Yeah, that's a good. No, these
No.
people I agree with you.
So-
How the fuck it be all the time?
No,
I'm surviving all the time. Ain't no way to hell.
no. So one night I was going out and I was in a woman's car. So she was driving, and then we stopped at the gas station. So she hopping out the car fast. I'm like, "Where you going?" I'm gonna pump the gas. I said, "Don't you ever pump no gas around me."
Right.
No, I said, "Don't you ever pump no gas around me." Okay. I'm like,
Yeah, it's right. I don't think my wife.
I'm
ever
here.
pump
You
gas.
don't pump no gas around me.
But see, that's the thing about it. When
She
I
got back in the car, didn't she?
You got that right.
Okay.
And she don't want to assume that you're gonna. I mean, because I ain't gonna lie, I've done that before. Like I've been with a guy and we'll pull up and I'll get out. He like, oh, what you about to do? I'm like, pump gas. Oh, I'm like, I got it.
No, you don't.
But a lot of times
Nah.
I do it. I automatically do it is because I don't go around having the expectation just because he's a man, he's gonna pump the gas. So I
You
just
should.
go. I
See,
should.
and this is
You're
what makes
right.
people pick wrong because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that I'm so used to being independent that I'm not expecting. Yes, you should expect
should.
a
Yeah, you
potential
should.
husband
You should.
to operate as a
You don't
potential.
expect,
Yeah.
so you don't get disappointed. So for me, it's easier
But
for me
to
not
get
to
this a-
just expect.
but
She
to
right.
get
She
this
right.
a
She
point-
right though. She
but
right.
you
She
need to
right.
see what
She
you
right.
really
No,
She
get.
right.
you say the quote that always to get disappointed is to fail fast. That means that he don't have to gobble up all of your time. I'd rather take the disappointment in the short term than the long term. When you got to look back and say, I wasted all these fucking years with this dude, hoping that he get better.
That's true.
When the signs were there in the beginning.
Right.
So you damn, it's kind of hard though. I get it. If you're independent all the time, to take that step back when it's naturally a routine for you, that shit is hard.
Yeah.
But
But you
you
know what
I
you
have
guess
to
but
let
you-
him
if
be
you
a man.
operate, if you ever been in your feminine energy, you know how to stay there. Cause like honestly, it ain't no feeling like it. Like it's like I love it when I get to be in that space. Yeah, granted, I know how to be in that other space too, but when you've been in that space before, I
Nah,
don't
I can
I don't
chill.
expect nothing but that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care who in that car. I don't care what's going on. Like I better be in my feminine energy.
As you should.
And what's crazy,
As you should.
and a lot of women do this because you don't want to be disappointed. Like nobody wants to walk away like, damn, he seemed like he had it all
Right.
together. But no. This is you're in the potential to pick your life partner.
That's a good point.
You got to let him flourish.
Yeah.
And when you see it, it's something in a woman that she starts to flourish. Now she's in a space where, damn, I ain't gotta take care of all this.
Because she
shit.
know that she could be
Right.
a woman.
Oh, nigga. Hey, you know your food in the microwave. I'll heat it up for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause they get
Because she
Damn.
has that trust in that man. But if you haven't built up that trust, then it's like yes, you should kind of expect those things. But if you haven't built up with that trust, meaning that I know he's gonna handle everything, I know he's gonna take care. It's hard just off the rip.
It is.
You know,
it is.
It's hard.
It is.
Yeah.
That shit is because it's really hard.
I
Like-
think the only one for me, like when it comes to like feminine energy, where I get a little bit out of hand is when it comes to money. Because I'm the type of person I want what I want and I want it. And it's like, well, hey, look, I'm going to make it happen.
You can't do that either.
Got his card, it's going to swipe.
That's
baby.
that's a different type of struggle.
There's money there. No,
It's yes, it is. That's submission. That's avoiding being submissive.
I mean,
It's
that's
the same
only
thing.
one. That's the only thing that I struggle with from time to time. Like sometimes I'll be happy to remember. Like if I'm in the store or something, I'll be like, oh yeah, shit, I want that right there. I just do it.
You know,
I'm
I
impulsive.
just you
But
know, I just
that's what
I'm
women
impulsive.
do.
I
That's
mean,
what,
but like at the same time, I was with somebody before,
Listen
like
to him,
in-
Rara.
and
He about to do this shit again.
He checked me on that before.
No, I'm saying that's what they do. But
That's
that-
no excuse.
I never said it was. I said that's what they do. So that's something that we got to deal with.
And we got to deal with shit. They got to get better,
That's our project.
right? And then she got to get better.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, God damn, like
She impulsive.
how many times how many times do we
Yes.
have to have this conversation?
A very few far in between.
Not
I get to my fail. I fail early. You ain't the one, huh? I can't pour into you, huh? Can't pour into a budget, huh?
so if everything else is perfect, that one thing would be the absolute deal breaker.
If you're constantly saying no to me in this area, then you are a deal breaker because that's defiance. If you're truly submissive and you're supposed to submit to your husband in all things,
I mean, I don't never
I
turn it
just
down. I don't
read
say
that.
no, I got it. Like
Huh?
I said, I don't turn it down. Like if you step up to it, like I don't just sit here and be like, no, I got it all the time. No, I don't do that.
no.
I'm just impulsive and impatient.
Oh Lord.
I'm impatient.
Hey, I just came back with a whole
And my
Jaguar.
love
That's
should
what
Okay.
left target.
my love should override your what's it?
Impulsiveness.
Impulsive and impatient.
I'm not
ass.
perfect. I'm working on me.
That's fair.
I'm working on
But I can tell when you ain't working.
Yeah.
When I have to keep having this fucking conversation.
Right.
No, you ain't working. No, we ain't working. That's gonna be the next conversation we have.
Right. We ain't working. I can't do this shit.
How you gonna have me bill and you using all the nails? I can't hammer shit down.
Right.
Can't hammer a budget down. It's so bad because like in certain dynamics, you can marry into a woman that has kids.
Mm-hmm.
If that woman don't step back from you operating as a man with her children,
Yeah.
That boy getting sticky, ain't
Yeah.
you gonna have a fucking problem in that house.
he? A mess.
And that's another thing that women struggle to do.
Yeah.
Release the
How
reins.
you tell a motherfucker I deal with it? Just hold. I deal with it when he get home. You the man, like yo, you know such and such. Yeah, I deal with it when I get home. So the child walking around like, yeah, nigga, you don't want shit around here.
Now,
My
now,
mama house, nigga.
now,
Dead
now
in
that's
house.
one
What
thing.
that about us just
Yeah,
out.
what the fuck you in here for?
That's
Thought you
one
had some
thing
shit. You
that y'all
snitching
need
now?
I know you ain't call my mama.
You a bitch ass.
When you are dating, that's one thing that you need to get down and you need to get straight to the point with like, how's this going? Because if I see your child getting out of hand, I ain't going to sit there and just let the shit ride. I'm going to say something.
Right, yeah, for sure.
And if you got a problem with me saying something, then you got a problem. I don't got a problem because I'm out.
You know what I got a problem with? I got a problem with women saying you ain't a real man. Y'all need to stop saying that shit. Because most of the women that say you're not a real man don't have one. And if you're that good at identifying a real man, how the fuck you ain't got one? That means that you can identify a real man, but they can't identify that you're a real woman. You're the problem.
That's true.
So please stop saying that. You make yourself look stupid.
And single.
Anyway, yeah.
And lonely. And
You
bitter.
ain't a real man. How you know?
Right.
You met that many good ones. They ain't meet you. Nah, shut that shit up. What was we talking about though? I just had to say that.
I don't know.
All right, let's get back on women. Like when it comes to yeah. That's when it comes to women. Men, you should never change who you are.
Never.
But you have to ask the question, I said this before, who deserve you?
Mm.
An aggressive woman don't deserve a gentleman.
Nah, she gonna run them over.
You can't be a gentleman to an aggressive woman. You be a gentleman to a lady.
Yeah.
A feminine woman. You ain't open no doors. You know, somebody that you are, what would I say? Treating like a delicate flower. Somebody that you hold in this, no, I got that. You know what I'm saying?
That's early.
I always thought though, like, man, y'all gotta stop doing this dumb shit. I would never put my jacket on the ground so you can walk over
hell
some
no.
water.
I ain't gonna ruin my
Don't do that because then you pick it up and I gotta wash your dirty ass jacket for you. No.
But these are red flags.
What you doing?
These are red flags for women. Just giving you a little cater. If it's cold out there, this nigga refused to give his jacket, get rid of him.
Oh yeah.
If you're a woman that's busting your ass and you got a man and you're still working overtime like you usually do, get rid of him.
Right.
It got to be something in a man that says,
My life is easier. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you ain't about to take on a burden.
No.
Like that's survivor's mode. You still picking up hours.
Something ain't right. He just in the house.
Oh, he did it out here and that's chilling.
Right. He just in the house.
And then when you get home, baby, what you cooking today?
Ooh.
You should have been there. That
You
fast.
got these are signs that you should not ignore.
She don't got no brothers.
Huh?
She don't got no brothers.
Right.
Cause the brothers would got that nigga up out of there.
Absolutely.
You got to go, bruh. You and your PlayStation
He got a PlayStation.
and your Jordans. Your PlayStation and your Jordans got to go.
He already
Y'all
know.
want to hear something else that's crazy?
What?
Women, why y'all so confused about you deeming yourself a good woman and he cheats? The side chick is more feminine than you are. That is the only time he can operate as a man. Like usually when a man has a side chick, she's more catering, she's more respectful. The main chick is the one that got this aggressive, I want to be in control mentality. Even though you have a lot of good qualities, if you're not letting him operate as a man, I'm telling you, he will find a space where he can get it out.
But it's easy
Some men
for
do cheat just to be cheating.
yeah, and it's easy for
Yeah.
a side chick to be catering.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy for her to be catering and all of this, extra stuff because she's not dealing with,
Everyday life.
every day.
No. I said you have to stay. No side. Her being feminine has nothing to do with her. Feminine shouldn't leave you. It should stay with you.
Right.
It's nothing like
Well,
it
yeah,
should never
yeah.
leave you. It should stay with you.
Right.
Like it doesn't, whether she got it or not, like whether she dealing with what you're dealing with or not, you internally is who determines if you're going to be hard or soft. And being soft, man, because a lot of women really want this respect me.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to men with female talking points, they'll say shit like women are strong. If they're so strong, why do you come to their defense?
Right.
Because they can do it on their own.
If they, you say it again,
They can
They
do
can
bad
do it
by
on their
themselves.
huh?
They can do bad by themselves.
They gonna do it by
you ever
themselves.
see niggas talking? You get up, you breaking a woman down. Hey man, come on, chill, bro.
Nah. Let her have it.
This the truth.
Take
I
off
ain't
the
being
gloves.
disrespectful. Yeah, I know. Come on now.
Take off the gloves.
Like, but if they're so strong, then you wouldn't have to come to their defense. They are the weaker vessel. So what you do with a weak vessel is you handle it with care.
Right.
But don't expect me to hold this vessel, saying this vessel looking at me like I don't need you. I drop that motherfucker
Right.
and let it crack on the ground.
I feel like it should be like an on and off switch. Because when I'm at work, I'm going to be hard.
You
That's
shouldn't
fine.
have to do that.
What? Because yes, it is.
Because you feel like you can't get the respect when you. This why
Because the thing about it is in reality, women, they never deem women to be in the workspace.
They shouldn't be leaders of no
But
man.
here we are. Years later, we in this workspace. I ain't asked to be in this shit. I didn't go out there fighting for these goddamn rights, okay? But here we are, okay?
We are here.
And then on top of that, y'all need the help too. Like a lot of men need, like the way the world's set up now, a lot of men need the help with women being in there.
Think about it.
But I if in my position, I have to be that. But when I get home, I'm not.
You don't have to.
Yes, I do.
Anytime you're in a position that you have to change who you are, that is, you're not in your rightful position.
Right.
Please.
That's why you women have to put on suits like men when they get in these positions. They carry themselves with respect me, I'm authority. Like you see police officers as women, very aggressive.
Oh yeah.
You are in positions and you're in positions that you shouldn't be in. But this is the world we're living. Never lose yourself in somebody else's job.
Right.
But when I'm at work, I'm in a role.
I hate people like that.
Yeah.
When I go home, I can be me.
No. You're a woman
I'm
first.
I'm still be a woman. And fuck, like, maybe not put no profanity on there, and they gonna say I'm unladylike.
You know what's crazy? This is weird because you said like you have to be tough. You talk to like I wonder how the hell do women work in the prison, but men are more respectful to the women. I know why, but they're more respectful and listen because they are women.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But true.
Know your superpower.
Just be quiet and chill and nice. She didn't want it because I said be quiet first.
Well, the be quiet part. I mean, my thing about it is like, first of all, let me tell you right now, the reason why I just sat here and said I like operating feminine energy because I could work that shit to a T now.
Yeah.
Don't ever get it to
Fucking nigga up.
I'm gonna work that shit to a T. That's how I get in where I'm at.
That's true. My wife, all she gotta do is mention some shit. And that shit fuck my spirit.
You're like, all right, I'm about to fix it. Dang, I've been meaning to paint
Man,
this
you know
wall.
what's so good about it is like when I see it when they do the TikTok challenges and I see men that operate in a masculine when I'm operating in masculine energy. So they got this TikTok challenge where the child say, "Shut the fuck up, mom,"
Oh, ooh, those be funny.
and the dad, what the fuck you say?
Yeah.
Like you get up, chill. And like,
I'm
what's
like, oh,
wrong
It's a
with
prank.
you?
It's a prank.
Yeah, that's a man right there.
Right.
Yeah. If your wife can't,
It
say,
made me mad just thinking about it right now.
Yeah.
It just mad. What's wrong with you?
If your wife can't say, "I'm gonna tell your daddy," and shit don't stop, you're not operating in your masculinity in that house. Cause that shit means something. Cause kids will talk over that soft voice woman all the time. But if you can't say, "Daddy," I'm gonna tell you, "Daddy," and that shit cease,
Oh yeah.
you're not operating in your full capacity as a man.
Nah.
You might be sitting
Something
down
wrong.
to pee, brother.
You know, another thing about staying soft, why are women taking less pride in cooking for a man? You ever see a man that cooks for a woman? He'd be happy as hell.
Nah. So we used to split cooking when I was married. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like,
I ain't saying split cooking. I'm just saying take the pride in cooking.
The product, like, I
It-
made some good shit for you. Like, taste this. Like,
Yeah.
walk over with the spoon, like, hey.
Not like, oh, I gotta cook this nigga. So
Right, yeah.
Ain't no love in that pot.
I ain't never
Nah.
seen nothing like that.
That
That's
bitch
scary.
nasty.
Huh?
What,
I
do
ain't-
you take pride in cooking?
Huh?
Take pride in cooking?
Well, yeah, like all of that, like, yeah, not taking pride in cooking. And
oh, you never seen not taking pride?
I've never seen that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like, ooh. And Sunday dinner. Woman always cook a Sunday dinner, regardless. The woman always cook, and it's not, that's your role. Well, maybe it is. No, fuck that. That's your role. Just like I got a role as a man, Sunday dinner, that's your
That's
role.
you.
That's your role.
Yeah.
That's your role.
And see, people get it twisted, like, cause just because we know who role it is, but sometimes we have to step up for each other.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, she really
She tired.
Let me do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that you gotta see, because if you're operating out of love, you care.
Yeah.
So this is our established roles, but sometimes I may have to go above and
Yeah, we'll
beyond
swear
because
on
you
them
ain't
a
got
little.
it today. Vice versa,
Everybody giving their 100%.
huh?
I said everybody.
When you
giving
buy
their
a
100%.
gun, make sure your woman know how to use it, because you might not be there to protect her.
Mm-hmm.
Shit like that. Like your roles sometimes have to change, but we know who roles they are, but we know when we have to fill in the gap.
Yes.
And when it comes to the roles, what you thinking about it? We talking about roles, probably about traditional roles, old school roles. And we living in 2025.
Right.
And just, I mean, women ain't the same as a 1980s woman or even an early 90s woman. And men aren't the same.
The divorce court shows that.
Yeah, so I mean, the dynamic is just is different.
It's different, but it's a problem.
It is.
What happens is we take the bad and misconstrue the good in what those 80 families and roles played. Like, because you had men that was very abusive because they paid all the bills and they did all, and the woman had no say so. That nigga was not operating in masculine energy. So now what a woman does is, now that she has say so in this society, she don't even know how to, she don't want nothing to do with that, because that'll never be me. You know what I'm saying? And you miss out on what the good was in that.
Yeah.
Right.
We had big families then. We had longer marriages then. You can't let everything that happened bad change up the way you view everything in it. It's some good in that shit, and it's some bad in that shit.
People don't want to do the work. That's just what it is. People don't want to do the work, and the way society is that instant gratification. Everybody want all the good now. Everybody want it right now. Nobody want to have to go through some things and build it up and build it good. If you talk to people that's been married 25 plus years, I guarantee you, from the beginning of their marriage for several years, they went through it.
Yeah.
They went through so much
They
stuff.
also get ridiculed for going through problems now. Now it seemed like, women back then, they went through certain things, and they had other network of women being like, girl, like, that's normal. Like, they said they was used to that type of stuff. But
That
then you do it now, they be like, girl, it can never
Yeah.
be me.
Yeah, I'm about to go.
Look,
You gotta be
And those are all
stupid
single women, right?
and guess what? You know why? The reason women don't tolerate bullshit the way they did back in the day is because you let so many niggas into your atmosphere. And now the person that you want to be exempt from trials and tribulations.
Right.
Everybody has bullshit.
Everybody.
But because you had so many niggas in your atmosphere that you can't even see a good man with bullshit, because good men bring bullshit too.
We all got
This everybody got it.
Everybody.
But your zero tolerance, you gonna be by your fucking self.
Absolutely.
like society. A lot of people
You gotta
on
deal with
social
something.
media, they always ridicule Kirk and Rashida marriage. But to me, I think their marriage is an example of what it is to go through some things and stick it out. And be with your partner. And look, they got businesses. You see from how they was back in the day to how their life has flourished now. That's truly a marriage. People got this fairy tale notion that marriage is gonna be sunflowers and rainbows, and it's just
All
not
the
gonna
time.
be. Anytime you
I mean, I
bring-
just think it's goofy behavior to be on reality TV, though.
They are
That's
fully
where they get
yeah.
messed up at. Like,
Yeah.
that'll mess up your home quick.
yeah.
I don't know how they survived it, because they are fully transparent.
Yeah,
They
like,
are.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
issues
Yeah.
up and down.
I'm like,
Kurt
oh,
don't know
shit.
how
It
to
won't
stop
TV.
cheat.
This
That's
nigga's
what
a
did it.
granddaddy
Can't stop,
and a
won't
daddy.
stop.
Like, whoa.
Exactly.
Yo, this is something that I'm gonna ask y'all women. Are y'all submissive women? Do you think you can be, if you might not have a husband to submit to at this time, but you think you can submit to your husband?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So women that know they are submissive by nature, you should not have an alpha woman as in your female group. An alpha woman would turn a submissive women into a pack of bitter women. Why would you let somebody that claim they're alpha, they already lost?
Who like what does like not what does the alpha female look like in a group?
I'll show you. An alpha female will get offended by the way you cater to your man.
Yeah.
That's
You
Why you
cooking
doing
it.
all that?
Girl, you need to leave him alone. And that's one thing
Damn, he
I
got
can
you-
say as a friend, I never tell my friends what they should do in their relationship.
Right.
I will give them, advice, but I'll never be like, oh, you need to leave your man, or because I'm not in your shoes. I can't tell you what to do. And I think that's terrible advice to do that.
Especially with one side of the
She
story.
an alpha or she bitter?
Huh?
I said she an alpha or she a bitter woman? It sounds like she.
That's how this fake alpha shit came along. This is a bitter woman that created this.
Right.
Ain't no such thing, no alpha female.
I just wanted to make sense. I just know.
A bitter bitch came up with that.
She can't go on your trip.
She don't need to be in your circle.
Yeah, that's
Get
cancer.
the fuck away from me,
That's
you
cancer.
lost
You cut that
lady.
off. You cut off that
I
cancer.
don't have that problem, so I'm just asking. I
God
don't
bless
know.
you. Cause
Huh?
I said I don't have that problem. So
This girl said the most gangster shit in the world. She said that most women today is trying to make Jesus their husband. That's the only one they want to submit to.
Perfect. Bro.
That's crazy.
Right.
I
I
said,
ain't gonna
you
be
are
that dude.
fucking right. You're absolutely right.
Right.
That's the only one they're willing to submit to. The perfect man.
But if you can submit to Jesus, you can submit to a man. Because that's how I look at it. I look at it, me submitting to Christ, right? If I could submit and follow him, then whenever he sees fit for me, for my husband to come along, it'll be that even much more easier for me to submit and follow his lead.
If Christ told you to submit to your husband, like the church submit to him, then if you're not submitting to your husband, you're not submitting to Christ.
Right.
We need to save masculine and feminine energy. Do y'all agree?
Yeah. Sure.
Could you get taken advantage of
Oh yeah.
by staying in your feminine energy?
Yeah, I think so. It comes with it. I mean, it comes with it. You're going to get your feelings hurt. You might get taken advantage. It comes with it. But I think the defining factor is how long do you allow? Do you continue to let this person take advantage of you? Or do you recognize, hey, this is what this person doing. Let me move on. Do you continue to allow this person to hurt you and disappoint you? Or you realize, you know what, let me just move on.
And when it comes to women and you dealing with, like submitting and being and restraining yourself, if it's power, is a power of life and death is in the tongue, then you got to really figure out how often do you speak life into your man.
When you really sit and think about it.
Because you becoming a nagger, you're speaking death into him.
It's annoying.
You ever dated a nagger?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Can you even blame somebody for you becoming a hard woman?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's 50-50.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going to do something that you dislike and you say you forgave me for it, you can't hold that against me whenever you feel like it's convenient.
Right.
You can't hold on. And I can't change the way, if you're a feminine woman naturally, that nature can't change because you found a flaw in me.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, if I cheated and you forgave me, the roles of this house does not change.
Right.
I'm still the man of this house, and I'm gonna operate as a man, and you should operate as a woman and being submissive.
Right.
Otherwise, it won't work.
I think too, just you can't necessarily blame a person as a woman. You kind of gotta, again, that accountability piece. But I think what it is that it doesn't change. Like me, I'm just feminine. I'm prissy. Like I'm all of that. But I will say, however, certain situations, I'm still feminine, but certain situations, it just makes me a little bit more hesitant. It makes me a little bit more cautious.
Right.
You kind of have that. You might have more of kind of a wall up. It doesn't take my femininity as a woman away. It's just like, you know what? Let me just kind of ease into some, let me see how things progress. Let me just make sure that I'm being fully aware of everything.
Yeah.
Including myself.
Yeah.
Versus just jumping into something.
Like when y'all see a bitter woman, what's the first thing that come to your mind? Because it changed for me. Like if you see a bitter woman and you know she bitter, what's the first thing that come to your mind?
Just what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of what happened.
Not like if you're saying like if you had to assume why she's bitter.
Man cheated on her.
She's been hurt.
She's been hurt.
I think women are bitter because they've been hurt. I think you got women that's bitter because they alone, but in reality they don't want to be alone. They want to be married, but because they don't, in return they're bitter. They're lonely. Loneliness makes people bitter, and everybody doesn't know how to. At the end of the day, you're gonna be lonely. You know that's something that comes with being single. That's a natural feeling, but it's about how you handle yourself when you're in that loneliness. You can't let a feeling that you may feel for the night or for a day, you can't let that dictate your outlook and your perspective on, relationships and marriage, because I believe good men, I believe all of that stuff still exists.
Right.
But you have a lot of women, they're just lonely. They've been so hurt. They want a relationship so bad and they just become bitter and miserable.
So all you bitter women, alpha women, independent women, boss bitches, I assume that you're bitter because you have a lack of love. When people have a lack of love in them, like they don't feel like they're being loved enough, they become bitter. But if you have love surrounding you, it's hard for bitterness to stay in you.
Yeah, that is true.
Right.
Well, this concludes another episode of Me and My Big Mouth Podcast. I am Tuck. Follow me on all platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all of them shits. And if you women, you better follow them. Because I said so. Let me stop. Go get some merch from bigmouthbrand.com. And do you have anything you want to plug?
No, just follow me on Instagram, _Jess_Michelle_.
I'm glad you said it slow last time, because at first you was wanting to get through that shit. I said, damn, how am I going to get the credit? This shit going to pop up and pop off. You know how I be putting this shit down? You was nervous?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
You know me? Oh, you already know what would Nino do? The Nino Effect, all platforms.
You can follow me at Raheem Cousin Speaks, and you can also follow my podcast, the Marriage Experiment Podcast.
Well, I'm Jess, and it is Mental Health Awareness Month. Everybody get yourself some help. Start putting out some stuff to help other people, all that good stuff, because everybody need it.
When it comes to saving masculine and feminine energy, do you feel like the rescue team did good?
Yeah, we helped
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Did we say?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Take
Better
notes,
than I
y'all.
thought.
Next time I'm charging. This one was free. Next time is a fee.
Next time.
And I'm out.
Middle finger to the world. Such chaos. Seems like the government that had a fucking seance. Neighbor versus neighbor. Don't care about your flavor. Dave Chappelle said, please, just don't hate us. Boys speak free, must got that fuck you paper. Nah, I'm a king, rather die cavalier than a Laker. Way too smart to wait on muse and some acres. Now they using verbal whips to break us. Watching the oppressor come oppress us. Cause niggas don't believe in your endeavors. We ain't stopping your rights, then it's whatever. What happened to a difference of opinion from two different beings? Are we all just minions? Sticks and stones break bones, but words would never hurt me. So when you say I can't say something, it really hurts me. The F word, the R word, the N word. Hold up, bitch. I'm not in third. I'm a grown man, so if I feel it, I'ma say it. I don't need a certain group to okay it. I'm real lifetime with this, don't arcade it. Don't understand shit I'm saying, then replay it. My cup is running over with this bullshit, and even more lies is coming from the pulpit. Asking if God really would approve this. Born here, but I feel like a tourist. Middle finger to the world. When they come for me, just give me excuse to be who I wanna be. Niggas is some on the beat, scared to tell the truth. And middle finger up to the council culture too. Middle finger to the world. When they come for me, just give me excuse to be who I wanna be. finger up to the cancel culture too. Middle finger to the world.